Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are about to go out of town this week and I thought it would be fun to share with you what kinds of things I carry in my carry-on, and now that Noah is 2, he can carry his own carry-on, so I wanted to share with you guys what I have going on in his also. First and foremost, it's so important, and I've definitely learned this the hard way, to have a comfortable carry-on. I've tried it with a purse, I've tried it with a diaper bag, and I've really struggled with the comfort of it. And I found that by far backpacks are the best option. This is actually my old backpack from high school. Like, I can't even believe it's lasted this long. But I just found that it's a lot easier to put everything together in the backpack and carry it that way. That way I have both my hands free, and anybody that has kids, or even if you don't, it's just really nice to be able to have both of your hands free, especially when you are running through the airport. So first and foremost, I have my laptop. I also really like to have it in this case. It's just a really kind of cushiony case. So if I do set my backpack down, or you know, sometimes going through the security line or something, your stuff gets kind of tossed around, it really kind of cushions it. So I just have my MacBook in here, and then it has kind of like a fluffy liner, and the company is called Encase. I think it was probably one of the cheaper ones also at the store, but it's just really helped protect my laptop, so I really liked that. I have my charger. I have my charger for my laptop, and I also have my charger for my phone. I don't have my charger for my phone in here right now because Noah's actually on my phone. But always have to bring chargers to airports. I've definitely learned that lesson the hard way as well. A comfortable set of headphones. Now, it took me a long time to like get on board with the over-the-head headphones because I used to use those as a kid, and then when they came out with the earbud ones, I just felt like, I don't know, the over-the-head ones were kind of outdated. Or when they started coming out and becoming popular, they were insanely expensive. So I actually got this pair for, I think I got it for free, as like a purchase gift at Pink by Victoria's Secret. And they've been my favorite. They're so comfortable. They fold up together like this, so they don't take up very much space, and then I just wrap the cord around it. But they don't take up a ton of space in my backpack, and they feel so much better on my ears than like the earbuds, because I would wear the earbuds and they would either fall out. It's hard to find a pair that like fits your ears properly, or like I would fall asleep on the airplane or something, and then I would wake up with sore ears, which is just not something I wanted to deal with. So I know I talked about this in my last video, but hydration is key when you're traveling. I get so dry when I'm flying. So staying hydrated is really, really important. So my Joseph water tracking water bottle is in my carry-on also for tomorrow, to just help remind me that I need to be drinking water throughout the day, especially when we're in the especially when we're in the air. I'm sorry, my 2-year-old is over next to me trying to distract himself on my phone, so you may hear something here or there. And then I have, of course, my oils. I don't go anywhere without them, especially when we're traveling. A couple that I really, really recommend people take with them when they're flying especially are Lavender and Melaleuca. And both of these are in pre-diluted 10 milliliter roller balls. They're part of the doTERRA Touch line. So they're safe for babies through adults. But the reason I like these two is A, lavender is really calming. So if you're a nervous flyer, or if you have a fussy kid, lavender is really good to have on hand. But also both of these together are really, really good for helping ear pain in flight. So I always make sure to roll around all of our ears before takeoff and before landing, just to help keep our ears from getting that discomfort that comes along with the pressure changes. These have been huge lifesavers for us. I never fly without these two anymore. So I always make sure to have that with me in my little oil case. And another thing I really like to have with me are these peppermint beadlets. But because I get kind of motion sickness when I'm flying, or if I'm like a passenger in a car or anything, and so when I'm traveling, I always make sure I have these with me to help me if I start to feel queasy. But they're just these little tiny beadlets that you pop in your mouth, and it has half a drop of peppermint essential oil in it. So I put it in my mouth, it pops, and I instantly get relief from whatever queasy feeling I'd been experiencing. I also am kind of a germaphobe, especially when we're in airports or on a plane. So I always make sure to have my homemade hand sanitizer. I just make this with a couple of drops of the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate and then water all in this little pump bottle, and it just becomes this all natural hand sanitizer. So I put this on us throughout our trip, obviously before we eat, after we've been touching a bunch of stuff, but I also like to use it to like wipe down the tray or use as soap, like foaming hand soap once we use the restroom. I hate the smell of like public restroom hand soap, plus you never really know what's actually in that. So I really trust this, and I like to just have that with me in my diaper bag all the time. So of course I'm going to bring it with us when we go to the airport. The last thing that I have in my bag, other than just like diaper changing stuff, I'm not going to show you guys that because obviously I'm going to have diaper changing stuff in my bag. I have a 2-year-old. He's reading. But I always bring snacks. Now this is me all the time. I always have snacks with me. I find myself getting really hungry when I'm out and about running errands, and with a kid, I feel like he's always hungry. If I'm ever eating anything, he has to be eating something also. So one thing that I've discovered since becoming a parent is snacks are imperative, and I have discovered this company called Graze. Yeah, there's snacks. Do you want to come see? So it's a company called Graze that we order our snacks from. I got tired of spending, this is Noah, by the way. Noah, say hi. Bye. I got tired of buying just bags of snacks at the grocery store, spending a ton of money on it and not getting a ton of variety. So I started doing the subscription box Graze, and one that we get all the time, we do it weekly, but it's called the Flapjack box, and they're basically just these little granola bars. They come in like little 3s, but they have a ton of different flavors, and they're all really healthy, and they give us the variety that we want without the steep price. No, it's not snack time. But they also have a really cool online shop that you can order stuff from, so it's not just the monthly, or it's not just the weekly subscription. But before this trip, I went on and I ordered a couple of snacks, and the one that we're bringing with us in our carry-on is this Anytime Energizer one, and it has pear, cherry, and walnut. This is my favorite. It's so good. But it also will just help us kind of maintain our energy throughout the flight. We're going on a 5-hour flight, and again, we have a 2-year-old, so I think we're gonna need help with energy. But yeah, this one's just really good, and all of their stuff's really decently priced, and I'm just kind of obsessed with it. So that's it for my bag. I'll show you now what's in Noah's bag. This is Noah's little carry-on. Now that he's 2, he's able to kind of help with the load, literally. He can carry his own carry-on. He actually really enjoys it. This little backpack was a gift to him for his birthday. It's so cute. It's by let's see, Margarita exclusively for the luxury collection. It's Margarita Missoni, whom I'm obsessed with. She's an amazing designer, and this backpack is just so cute. It has a bunch of different colored little animals around it, and I'm obsessed with it, and he loves it. So inside his, obviously I don't put a ton in it because I don't want it to be too heavy for him, but I do like to give him a couple of things so that he can kind of feel like he has his own little stash of stuff. I do make him carry his own like diningware stuff, so he carries his cup, which is by Think Baby. It's a stainless steel little straw cup. He uses this almost exclusively for water, and we just really love it. We have just this little, I think it used to be a dribble bib by Jack and Jill LaRue, but now we just use it for like traveling, eating on the go. And this is probably one of my favorite discoveries since becoming a mom. But it is this silicone rollable like eating mat. So we use this as his regular placemat at home, but it's really convenient because we can take it with us whenever we go out to dinner, or especially when we're traveling. I will use this for him instead of putting all of his stuff on like the airplane tray, just because I don't really think those are super clean. And obviously if we stop at a restaurant in the airport or anything like that. That way he has his own clean space to eat, and then I just wipe it off with a baby wipe when we're done, and it's literally the simplest thing. And then whenever we get to where we're going, it's dishwasher safe, so I can wash it and sanitize it. He also carries his iPad. Everybody has their own opinion about kids having iPads. I always claimed I would never give my kid an iPad, and then I actually became a mom. And we really appreciate having this for trips, for like long car rides or obviously flights. We put a movie or two on it, and it really helps him kind of just keep calm during the flight. Again, it's a 5-hour flight. So we put a couple of kid games on here. I have ABC Mouse on here, and then we put a couple of movies on here. Right now he's really, really into the movie Cars and Frozen, obviously, so both of those are on here. And then we give him his own little set of headphones. These are by a company called Califone, and I'll link this down below because these have been really, really great. But they have this little volume control on the cord, so I can make sure that the volume isn't too high. And they're kid size, so they fit his head really well. They're really cute with the little tiger on the ear, and he really likes to wear them, which is important because I don't think everybody in the plane wants to be hearing Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And then I decided to bring a little book for him. So he got this book, my first French book. He actually really likes this book. It helps him identify just regular English words also, because it has English words, but it also tells you how to say it in French. So it has a bunch of really cute little cartoon drawings, and he really likes to flip through this, and it's kind of big, so it will entertain him for a while. And then last but not least, we can't go anywhere these days without some toys for him. So I asked him what toys he wanted to bring in the airplane, and he picked his 2 favorite little cars, obviously from the movie Cars, Lightning McQueen and Finn McMissile. Here you go. You can take them. Just so that he feels like the comforts of home. He has the toys that he carries with him everywhere, and hopefully it will help time pass by smoothly. 2 things I always make sure to do before we travel is to get a good night's rest, which is where I use the Serenity soft gels. Again, this is a doTERRA product. They are called the Restful Complex soft gels. They have lavender, L-theanine, and lemon balm, passion flower, and German chamomile, all to help you relax, kind of help turn off your brain the night before. I get really anxious, and if I know something big is going on the next day, I have a really hard time falling asleep or staying asleep. So these really help with that. I take 2 the night before, and they really help me get a really purposeful sleep. So I wake up in the morning, no matter what time, feeling really rested. And then last but not least, I find it really important to always travel in layers. I'm somebody whose temperature is constantly shifting. I get really cold or really hot any given moment, and especially on planes, I find myself feeling really chilled and then really sweaty the next minute. So I always recommend traveling in layers. So the outfit that I'm going to be traveling in when we go is this really light linen shirt from Zara. It's really great for layering. It's not very thick. It's actually kind of sheer, but it's not see-through. So I like to wear this, and then I'll have this little denim shirt over top to kind of help keep me a little bit warmer if it feels kind of cold in the plane, or obviously I could take it off and like tie it around my waist if I get too hot. And then leggings. I have traveled in jeans, dresses. Nothing is as comfortable as leggings. I know it's probably not the most fashion forward thing to do is wear leggings as pants, but for traveling, I feel like it's totally fine and acceptable. My favorite kind come just from Target, like the Merona thick banded ones. These are really comfortable. And then a comfortable pair of shoes. I really like to wear these. They're just little Keds, just white Keds. And I just find that they're the most comfortable. And I can just wear a really thin pair of socks. That way if I have to take my shoes off during security, I'm not walking barefoot on the carpet because that's kind of gross. So that is the outfit I'm traveling in. That's what's in our carry-on. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys got some really good tips. And if you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I post on here every single Monday. But wish us luck.